if he is a ras, not just running out around the place and smoking ganja and talking about Jah Rastafari. That is nothing. That is nothing. When Tafari Makonnen go up on the throne, him start using original name.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings. I hope you all are doing good. Hope you all are doing great. So your boy here come across this one, wherein this one is all about spiritual teaching, discipline, Rastafari and I, Mutabaruka plus Rasta's teachings, Rastafari and I. This one, guys, is gonna be really a warm and interesting one. So you wanna stay tuned. And don't forget, I'm here on the Black Unity program. So feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you're new. With that being said, let's go ahead and hear what's going on in this one. My people, let's walk.
Skiller than them, Rasta skiller than them. Skiller than them, Rasta skiller than them, Rasta skiller than them. Me skiller than and Nancy, I'm a giver. Me a hunt for the money, but I'm no suicider. Selassie, I'm a driver, driving us to better days. Bad mind don't need them. It don't make no sense. You try to mislead them. Don't need them. Fake smiles are just for false pretense. So the true treasure of life and the treasure of existing from creation till now, you have to have a discipline to even be able to inherit the knowledge of the universe, because the knowledge where man inherit without the teaching of another person, divine knowledge, is stored in every man's DNA, because the information of creation is written in our DNA. Through spiritual discipline and self-conduct, we can able to access, we can tap into this vast knowledge base through DNA. We can tap into our DNA through discipline and this way of life. So this is why Rastafari take this way of life. Because the way of the world is not the way of nature. The way of nature is the way that is right. The way of man is the way of miscalculations and confusion. Yeah, so in order to tread the real way of life through the mystic of nature, because after all we are put here by nature, made by nature. Rastafari is just a way to connect to nature, You live natural, you're going to end up with the people that are natural. You live sophisticated, you're going to end up around people who are sophisticated. You see me, I say you live rich, you're going to end up around rich people. So you try to have a proper mindset of the original man. Because basically that me really gravitate to, having the original mindset of man without the influence of a man giving you knowledge. So you want to be who you're supposed to be in terms of man and nature. Not man to man, not man to woman, not man to child, not man to animal, man to nature. You see me, I said the only connection is Rastafari, I don't see no other connection. You see me, so when you want to get in tune to your greater self, you have to find a medium, you have to find a door. It's like a portal, you have to find a portal to enter. And in this dispensation of time, Rastafari Liberty is the portal. As they referenced before as the tabernacle being a place of astral traveling. This is the portal to enter into different places within self. Most people will not connect back to nature, because if you have no idea of that treasure that your father left you, I guess you're not going to look for it. Those who are going to connect to nature are those who are divinely genuine to wanting to connect. Yeah, because if it's not a genuine inspiration, you won't get the fullness. You can't come halfway. So the people who take this liberty are people who have a genuine intention of doing something right. If I is a race car driver and I drive 5 miles per hour, if I was to collide with something I guess I have enough time to change my direction. But if I go fast 100 miles per hour, chances are I wouldn't get enough time to avoid the collision. So society is the 100 miles per hour race car, and Rastafari is the 5 miles per hour. You see me? So Rastafari help you to deviate from that collision. Yeah, Rastafari take away from the problem and the troubles of society. You see me? So that's what I see it. Because even the raw food liberty like we even Profile have for over 40 years. I eat food when I cook. It is blatant and it is undeniable that raw food make you look younger and make you live longer. You can see that on the brethren that eat this raw food. Based on the way you want to think, it leads to the food where give that inspiration, which was vegetable. So I find out so based on what I think, me slowly transcend from meat to vegetable. Yeah. Yeah, man. It was a natural transition. You never know when it happened, you see me? But based on how you want to think, I feel that make me gravitate to the vegetable because the vegetable and positive thoughts go together. You know, hunting animalistic thoughts go with eating meat because you really have to hunt the meat and kill it, so you have to have the butcher mindset there for you. You see me, I say, so based on the opposite of that, preserving life leads to vegetable because vegetable is not, you know, kill vegetable for eat vegetable. Vegetable having live nutrients, live enzyme. So based on that, I feel that helps to generate positive thoughts. So I feel that causes a transition from meat to vegetable. Because them say iron sharpeneth iron. So if I have a piece of iron, I need something where tough like iron to sharpen it. So in the sense of saying vegetable not aggressive. You see me I say, so when you consume the vegetable, you gain the same momentum as the vegetable. While animals now, if you consume the animal, you become aggressive like the animal. That's why society is so aggressive because society mostly eat meat. If we have a vegetable-based society, we would have more positive growth in the society in terms of how people think and how they live in their day-to-day lifestyle.
Is your reason for having an Ital diet, is it more health reasons or is it more a consciousness approach?
It's both. First, in order for you to develop a proper thought, I guess your mind have to be fit. You know, it's just like if you have a race to enter and you're a race car driver, you have to ensure say your vehicle up to par. You see, because, and the same thing with we is really a vehicle. And in order to get the best out of your vehicle, you have to put in the best fuel. And vegetables seem to be the best fuel. For people who don't live or live around organic food, because in Jamaica we mostly consume organic food. Rasta mostly consume organic food or food that we grow ourselves. Well, I advise them to start grow the food that they eat. In them backyard, in them garden, in them house, on them house top. Grow the food that they eat, because we mostly eat vegetable. And most vegetable grow anywhere through direct sunlight or battery powered light or electricity. You see me, I say light generated from electricity. So I advise them to start grow them vegetable in them house or in them garden or in them backyard. Get rid of the land and plant up a farm. Planting food is like raising children. Yeah, because if you don't protect the plant, the bugs eat it. And if you don't water the plant, it wither away, because the plant needs that nourishment, the plant needs that someone to look over it. And by planting the food, you develop a balance, you develop a relationship with the food. Yeah, you know, you develop that love that you have for your child, you develop the same love for the food. So when you plant it with that vibe and you reap it, it's like a cycle within planting the food and reaping it. It's like you plant your blessing, you know. You plant something where you consume, you're more in tune. Yeah, that we feel when you plant the food where you eat, or eat the food where you plant, yeah, make you more in tune.
So it's very hard for I and I as Rasta now, with the way down the West now comes to Africa, you know. It's very hard, them not understand. Because right now if you tell the people and say, boy, I look forward to Africa and go back to Africa. Who, me not going to Africa, you know, see the people them down there suffer and mag away. And because that's the picture what them paint, that's the picture what them show them on the television all the while. But anytime them show you anything about Africa, them show you the bad things. So our people down here is the teaching that them get, you know. But if you go on that plane going to Africa, it's mostly white people you see upon it, you know. 1 and 2 black men you see upon it. It's mostly white people you see I go back to Africa. Well, if Africa is so bad, why are these people going there? South Africa become beautiful in the for them look makeup wear than New York. You know? Because Africa have everything. Them have the diamond, the gold, the pearl, the rubies, everything is down there, you know. Everything down there. So our people get the teachings that we mustn't look forward to Africa. So that's the teaching of our people. That's why we end up with a God where we don't know about. Because if the Chinese did slave us, we would end up with the Chinese God. But through the Christian slavery, we end up with the Christian God. But through, I know that my language is coming out of Africa. Me look to Africa or Ethiopia for my God. I know business where you want to look for. But if you talk these things and tell these people, them say, you know, say I'm crazy. What really I talk about? Because the 2017 era of brainwash education where them get from the slave master, it's not so easy to come out of them. It's in them same way. And you talk these things, oh, he's a blasphemer. Why? Because them get caught up in the Bible. Because the Bible is the biggest enemy to I and I people. The biggest enemy we have is the Bible. Because everything where they have said, almost everything out of the Bible come out of Africa. But when those people wasn't in Africa who write it, none of them wasn't in Africa. So where did they get those history from to give us a God and give us a Bible to read, to educate our people?
The Bible thing with black people, the biggest one I have is like, it like sedate them because it's like they really taught to sit around like something gonna happen, and nothing can happen if you're just sitting around staring at the sky. But the next man out there working and you sitting around for something to change. You know, I think that's the worst teaching that the Bible gave black people, to sit down and accept less and take abuse and just hope for a better day. We can't just sit there and hope for a better day. You have to move. You have to move to what you want. Yeah.
The miracle what them look for is an illusion. God is gonna come and save the world. It's an illusion. You have to save yourself if you have a God to save you. Save yourself and then him can save you.
And the next thing, why is it wrong for a black man to have a God that look like him? If everybody else got a God that
well, if I have a God that doesn't look like I, in Jamaica we'd say the pitney there is a jacket. You know what I mean? Yeah, my father have to look like me. My father have to have my color. He have to look like I.
No, it's true though, but every country...
And every other man have the right to have theme God. I don't respond to you because that's why I now force Rastafari upon no one. Because I know I'm coming from the lineage, I'm coming from the egg, I'm coming from the seed, I'm coming from the genes, straight out of Africa, straight Ethiopian, without any apology. In the world, but not of the world. I there Jamaica, but my meditation is not here. It's just because Jamaica come like it's a part of Africa. You know, with the trees and, you know, majority black people, and, you know, Rasta still a hold it, you know. Don't feel like say Rasta pop down, Rasta no pop down, you know. Because there are certain brethren, if it's even 1 or 2 I and I out there, I go hold it up. And we have more than that. We have a whole heap of brethren who still are maintain that. But you will never drive down the road and see them. You will never go to a party and see them. You will never go to a dance and see them. Some of them never come to a bingy. Some of them just sit up in the hills. And I'm all them live it and all them Quran said way, but I know I forgot to and visit them.
Haile Slassie. Now all the youth right now I declare themselves Rasta. But just like the Marcus Garvey situation, A whole heap of them don't really take up no book and study about Haile Selassie. What them do is take up the Bible. The Bible is not a history book of Haile Selassie. The Bible don't show you the works and the situations that Haile Selassie find himself in and or maneuver himself out of it. When a man tell you, say, Haile Selassie say, and then him quote the Bible, that is some Christian mindset. You need to get the autobiography of Haile Selassie, volume 1 and volume 2, and the selected speeches of Haile Selassie to find out what Haile Selassie say. Because if you cannot quote something that Haile Selassie say, and every time you quote something that you claim say Haile Selassie said, you are quoting a Psalms or you are quoting something from the New Testament, then trust me, you don't reach nowhere. There's so much things to know about Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie was born Tafari Makonnen, 1892 on the 23rd of July by a man named Ras Makonnen and Yeshima Bet Ali, his mother. Yeshima Bet Ali, not much is known about her because what happened, she died when he was about 2 years old. But him got through. The name Haile Selassie was given to him at birth. The name Tafari Makonnen was given to him by his parents. But as you know, when you're into a certain orthodoxy church, them give you a name coming from the church. Like when I did born, my mother carried me go a Roman Catholic church and give me a Roman Catholic church name, which we don't use. It will be on my birth certificate. But Haile Selassie has become a figure to be reckoned with because of the Rastarari movement outside of Ethiopia. When Haile Selassie started to rule Ethiopia, he was about 14-year-old. 14, as Lidj Tafari Makonnen. And then he become Rastarari Makonnen. Ras is a title in Ethiopia. Ras, title. Tafari means one to be feared. That is what Tafari means. And in that time, when Menelik defeated the Italian army at the Battle of Adwa, and him start to rule and him start to get sick, him didn't need a person to take over from him. And him designated a woman by the name of Zardito, translated means Judith. And she ruled as Empress of Ethiopia. Meanwhile, Rastafari was what we call king. Not king of kings, king of Ethiopia. And he was the one who was doing the everyday work in Ethiopia until she died. And when she died, he was crowned Emperor Haile Selassie I, King of Kings, conquering Lion of Judah, elect of God. This is not Rasta pronouncing these things. This is something of the Ethiopian tradition. Because the Ethiopians actually believe that their emperor is descended from Solomon and a woman by the name of Makeda. Makeda was the queen of Seba out of Yemen when Ethiopia empire stretched even into Yemen. We must know all these things because it can help to strengthen how you view and how you see and how you recognize yourself. If he is a Ras, not just running out around the place and smoking ganja and talking about Jah Rastafari, that is nothing. That is nothing. When Tafari Makonnen go up on the throne, them start using his original name. Haile Selassie the first. The reason why them say Haile Selassie the first is because he was the first emperor that named Haile Selassie on the throne. It's like how you have Queen Elizabeth II The reason why she named Queen Elizabeth II is because he did have a queen named Queen Elizabeth I. And when we look at the history of Ethiopia, and how Ethiopia fight against colonialism, against Italian invasion, and in 1935 when Haile Slassie went to the League of Nations to plead the cause of his people, when the Italians started the second time invade it, him asked the League of Nations, which was now, when them call it United Nations now, what must I go back and tell my defenseless people? You have struck the match in Ethiopia and it shall burn you up. Haile Selassie. People say, if the world had listened to that little man, World War II might have never begun. In the book, Great Men of Color, by J.A. Rogers, who was a Jamaican, Volume 1, him say, when him recognize and look at Haile Selassie, him say, behold the perfect man. Not me say, go and look, go read J.A. Rogers. So when we say Haile Selassie, it's not something where we just raffle and pick it out our box. It's something that the Rastafari think deeply about, consciously, even though them say we are idiot. Because we don't believe in a no spirit God. We believe in a life as we see it. The natural order come from nature, and them can't destroy that. Instead of them destroy nature, nature going to destroy them. Because all this climate, this and environmental this, it's just man try to survive in a climate where him perpetuate and him put into practice. So when them say, why man, the world are going to destroy, the world, the earth have a way of just govern up things and put it out back. I'm still there. But man, I don't know how long I'm going to go there. Just like how man say God create man in his own image. Now we say man a create AI in his own image. And just like how man claim, say him a go against the God when create him, maybe the AI when go against him who him create.
So my people, this one was indeed a warm and interesting one. So feel free to leave an honest comment down in the comment section. And also on own opinion. And on don't know say me day upon the Black Unity program. So feel free to leave a like and subscribe to this channel. If you're new, big up, bless up to each and every one. Up until then, peace out, adios.